I must say, Batman versus Ninja Turtles was a near perfect animated version of the comic crossover. It's filled with lots of great martial arts action, true to each of the characters. My favorite scene in the film was the fight that took place between Batman and the Shredder. That fight got me really excited in the comics, and I was like waiting to see it in the animated film. And let me tell you, in my opinion, they gave me more than I could ever imagine. Often, Batman is considered by his fans as like the ultimate martial artist that no one can defeat. And by the way, before I continue, I want to make sure everyone understands that I love the Batman. I love him. Okay, but they see him as this perfect peak human athlete that can beat anyone in a fight and outthink any opponent, superhuman or not. Hence why they call him Bat God sometimes, depending on the writers or the generation he's been written in. And the truth is, guys, come on, let's be real here. That just isn't the case. I love the Batman. I grew up collecting the Robin comics. I have these big trade paperbacks, the greatest Batman stories ever told. Nightfall, Night's End, Shadows of the Bat. I mean, I love it. I loved it all. Okay, Batman really is quite a formidable foe for anyone who challenges him. I would say, especially the countless super villains that harass the citizens of Gotham on a daily basis, which is really the true reason for the birth of the Caped Crusader. But honestly, is he really the best? So right before I continue, I gotta say, warning, spoilers ahead. If you've already seen this movie, then continue on. And if you haven't, wait till you've seen it, then watch it. Watch this. Unless you don't care, so then let's commence. In the film, we see an epic fight take place between the infamous leader of the Foot Clan and the very dangerous Dark Knight detective. A brutal and no-holds-barred battle that left both combatants fatigued and worn out. I mean, it was a fight so epic that if both guys had knocked each other out, I would have been content. And well, that would have been that. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your bias, that isn't what happened. And the first round actually left the loser, a defeated and bloody Batman, thumbtacked to a wall. I was screaming up and down on my sofa. And victorious Shredder making a smoky getaway. The only things that he was suffering was fatigue and loss of stamina. Even though he came close to losing himself. But this is something that I knew would happen. Because, Batman loses lots of fights back at DCU all the time. And if we take a good look at the history of comics available to us, he's lost fights to lots of guys on Shredder's level. Individuals whose only life is martial arts. It's their way of life, their religion, their very source of stability. It's what they do. While Batman, who's an incredible martial artist himself, no doubts there, he learned the arts really to stop crime. And also employs like an innumerable amount of gadgets and weapons, in case his legs and arms fail him in a fight, which they have against guys like Bronze Tiger, Catman, Deathstroke, Shiva. I know in the one issue they tried to justify the fight between Catman and Batman and try to make it look like those that 1 minute or 2 minutes that they had between each other in battle where Catman knocks Batman out. They try to make it look epic, but come on, really, honestly, Batman got massacred by Catman. And also Karate Kid beat the Batman, the martial artist from the future. And many others have whooped the Caped Crusader and have even left him for dead. I mean, showing that what these cats all have in common is that all of them live for some higher martial standard. It's what they live and breathe. And Batman has had great difficulty defeating fighters who can adapt on the fly. Something he's less good at than his other skills. Batman does win in the rematch. In the rematch, Batman defeats a stunned Shredder. And let's make sure we understand what happened here. Mid-fight, before Batman got his keister handed to him again, Raphael slams a shell from seemingly out of nowhere, ninja style, onto Orochisaki's face, leaving the Footmaster in a state of shock. Where soon after, Batman puts a pounding on the Shredhead, taking advantage of this planned opportunity. And that's just it right there, folks. Planned. Raphael shows up after Batman speaks the word Cowabunga, something obviously strategized before they went into battle against the Foot Clan. And to me, all this is fine. Ninjas are known in mythology as deceptive warriors, avoiding confrontation, preferring the sneaky kill to a full-on scrap instead. But anyway, that's what I think of this earth-shattering duel of Dark Knights and Shadow Killers, and I'm sure I'm going to get yelled at for this one. But again, let's be honest here. Batman is at his best when he plans a win. He's at his best when he studies his opponents, and like we've seen in Batman vs. Predator decades ago, if you don't kill him the first time, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So that's it for now, peeps. Maverick out.